Have you ever thought about how your life would be after retirement? It's a question that may seem distant, especially if you're in the early stages of your career. However, the importance of considering your post-retirement life cannot be overstated. Why, you might ask? Well, envisioning a future where you're secure and comfortable is one thing, but turning that vision into reality requires careful planning, specifically financial planning. Imagine a life post-retirement where you're not dependent on others, where financial instability isn't a constant worry, and where your standard of living doesn't take a nosedive. Sounds ideal, right? But this ideal can quickly turn into a nightmare if you don't plan for it. We've all heard horror stories of people who didn't plan for their retirement and ended up facing financial hardships. The risk is real, and the consequences can be severe. So it's clear that planning for retirement is not just an option, but a necessity. The first step towards planning for retirement is understanding what you'll need. Your retirement isn't a one-size-fits-all scenario. It's a highly personal phase of life that will be shaped by your lifestyle, health, and individual aspirations. It's essential to envision what your retirement looks like. Do you see yourself globetrotting to places you've never been? Or perhaps you're planning to channel your inner entrepreneur and start a business. Maybe your retirement dream is as simple as spending quality time with your loved ones or pursuing a hobby that's been on the back burner. All these goals carry a price tag. Your envisioned lifestyle will dictate the amount of money you'll need to save. Your health will influence potential medical costs. Your personal goals will shape the activities you'll want to fund. Remember, your retirement goals will directly influence your financial planning, so think carefully. Now that you've got your retirement goals, it's time to do some math. Yes, don't roll your eyes. This is the exciting part where you get to see your future take shape. First, let's understand something called a retirement savings target. This is the total amount of money you'll need to save by the time you retire. Think of it as your golden nest egg, the magical number that will ensure you live comfortably during your golden years. Now, the size of this nest egg depends on a few factors. First and foremost, your current age and the age at which you plan to retire significantly influence your savings target. The earlier you start saving and the longer you plan to work, the more time you have to build up your savings. Next is your life expectancy. It might seem a bit grim to consider, but it's practical. You'll need to ensure your savings last for as long as you live. With advancements in healthcare, many of us can expect to live well into our 80s or even 90s. Then there's the factor of inflation. Inflation can erode the value of your savings over time. For instance, what costs $100 today might cost $130 10 years from now. So we factor in an average annual inflation rate when calculating the retirement savings target. Now, to calculate this target, you'll need to estimate your annual expenses during retirement, including costs for healthcare, housing, food, travel, and other personal expenses. Multiply this annual figure by the number of years you expect to live post-retirement. Don't forget to factor in inflation and any potential income sources you may have during retirement, like Social Security or a part-time job. So let's say you estimate your annual expenses to be $40,000. You plan to retire at 65, and you expect to live until 90. With a 2% inflation rate, your retirement savings target would be approximately $2.5 million. Calculating your retirement savings target might seem daunting, but it's a critical step in planning for your future. So let's embrace the math, as it's the roadmap to a secure and comfortable retirement. With your retirement savings target in hand, you can now create a plan to reach it. So, how do we do that? There are several ways to save for retirement, and it's all about finding the right mix that suits your lifestyle and goals. One of the most straightforward methods is to simply set aside a portion of your income. This doesn't have to be a massive chunk of your paycheck. Even carving out a small percentage and stashing it away can add up over time. And the earlier you start, the more time your savings have to grow, thanks to a magical little thing called compound interest. Next, you might want to consider investing in retirement accounts. These could be employer-sponsored plans, like a 401k or individual retirement accounts, known as IRAs. These accounts are specifically designed to help you save for retirement, often with tax advantages that can boost your savings. But remember, investment involves risks. It's essential to do your homework and understand what you're getting into. Don't hesitate to seek professional advice if you're unsure. Another route to consider is buying property. Real estate can be a solid investment and a source of passive income. Renting out a property can provide a steady stream of income during your retirement years. Again, like any investment, there are pros and cons, so it's important to weigh these carefully. And let's not forget the power of small amounts. Don't underestimate the impact of saving even a few dollars a day. Over time, these small amounts can grow into a substantial nest egg, thanks to compound interest. So, there you have it. Several paths to help you reach your retirement savings target. But the key is to start early and save consistently. And here's a final piece of wisdom. No matter what methods you choose, the most important thing is that it's a plan you can stick to. After all, the best retirement savings plan is the one that you can commit to and follow through on. Remember, the best retirement savings plan is the one that you can stick to, so choose wisely. Creating a retirement savings plan is not a one-time task. It needs regular reviews and adjustments. Just as a captain navigates a ship, adjusting the course as necessary, you too must steer your financial vessel through the ever-changing seas of life. Regular check-ins on your retirement plan are crucial. Are you still on track to meet your goals? Have your income or expenses changed? Has the market taken a dip or a surge? Each of these factors could indicate a need for adjustment in your plan. Perhaps you've received a raise and can contribute more to your savings, or maybe your retirement goals have evolved. Market conditions too can fluctuate, impacting your investments and returns. By keeping a steady watch on these elements and adjusting your plan accordingly, you're not just reacting to changes, you're strategically navigating towards a secure retirement. So, keep your eyes on the prize and adjust your plan as necessary. After all, a secure retirement is a journey, not a destination.